Okay, there we go. I'm not gonna stream it because I've only got like 40 minutes. Um, okay, so carnivores. I don't know. I don't know if I have any specific rules for carnivores only. Uh, because they would be a bit harder to. I can't really think of anything for them. I can think of herbivores. Because herbivores can be aggressive, but either they tend to bluff beforehand to chase off threats before they actually do attack something. It depends on, yeah. Right. If they are in their sight range, they can, and they want to uh, try and intimidate them, keep them from intruding on their territory or to chase them out or chase them away from an area. They can three call and even do a mock attack or charging to chase them off. If the carnivore turns and fights them, then yeah, they're gonna fight back. I only stream in case you want we get back onto like specific species. That way you don't have to pull it up and have it right there. I guess the juvenile thing would be underneath classification. Well, only because juveniles tend to stay with their carnivore parents, but juveniles get kicked out of the herd for herbivores. Oh, oh, what did you hear last? Because I was just sitting here waiting for you to write. Arby's. Yeah. Well, if a carnivore sticks around and doesn't pay attention to their warnings, then yeah, the herbivore can be aggressive. That's a carnivore's own fault. See, I didn't hear you ask that. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing I can think of at the moment. If you have any ideas, I can. Other rules. Hmm. Yeah. Yep. That's true. Yeah. I guess mixed pack should go underneath the herbivore rules, and mixed packing for carnivores should go under carnivore rules. Um, yeah. Yeah. But only to young. They only are mothers to young ones. Adoptees. Hmm. I think we'll have to later put um, uh, definitions for some of the things, like adoptee and stuff. I believe they can I think I want them to adopt anything to their sub, and that's the only creature that will adopt till their sub, other than carnivores specifically. Yep. Maya will adopt herbivore babies. They will not adopt carnivores. Mm, yeah. I think I would be fine with Maya's adopting until they are subadult or nearly subadult. Just because they have such a slow attack speed. Yes, they're tanky, and that stomp does a lot of damage, but huh? That's true. That is true. Um, about 20%. That would be a decent size. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. And I don't mind having a little bit of leeway for that because if someone's just sitting there, they might not notice they've hit 20%. Yep. But it gives a little bit of more of an idea of what stage or what when they should leave. No, the stego I put I put 20% as well for stego. let me go through again. Herbivores specifically, right? I did have dibbles, but I'm gonna change that. Um, I put all the herbivores. Good God. Uh, I could imagine Hipsies adopting. Yeah. That would be. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing that. It is. That is. Um, nah, galleys would not adopt. I have. Oh, not made to hit. Alright, I think that's all for the herbivores for adoptee. I'm not gonna have the omnivores be them. Um, I think we decided Dilos would be adoptees, didn't we? Yeah, maybe Trudons. I, mhm, mhm. They're just a bit special. That's all. Yeah, yeah, that was hilarious. I might, since Dilos are gonna be adoptee, I might actually um increase their pack size, but have like I do the Sarahs a hunting pack size. Yeah, yep, because that would make it more stable. Yeah, I think that's the only adoptee type creatures. Unless we want to put Omniraptor, because they are a pack. They're pack oriented. That's true. That's true. Dilos, I think, would. Yes. Yep. Basically, I would say that's the case for that. They're a scavenger, so they would not. Yep. I might just go with subadult because by then most carnivores can fend for themselves, definitely. And excuse me, sorry. Uh, that is true. Yes. I can see them adopting a Sarah, but I cannot see them adopting a Carno. But that might make it true. But I don't know if it would make it a little bit too confusing to just leave out one specific species. Yeah, that's true. That is very true. All right, I've got that on there now. Omnivores, none of them are adoptees, I would say. Because galleys would be too, uh, flighty, I think. Kick it. Yes. And Bepe's being semi-aquatic, they wouldn't really be able to adopt anything. I could the thought just popped into my head. What if a galley got imprinted onto a Bepe and it and got drowned? Oh god, it's so bad that I can actually imagine that. Yeah. It really is. It's so bad. It really would be. Oh god. That's true. That is very true. Oh, you know what I could do? I could create a channel for dino stories. That way, if people want to put their dinosaur's life into words, and then also people can put things that they can imagine some things doing like that. Yep. Um, Herbivores don't mind scavengers as much, I would say. Oh, that's yeah. Uh, Actually, neither of the omnivores mind either of the species. They can cohabitate with them. The galleys will be a lot more flighty around them, considering they would be easy prey. Pepes are um, fine with no matter what they are, because they can easily just retreat back to the water if they need to. And they will actually leave. Pepes will actually leave themselves unless it's like a full territory thing where they're nesting. Uh, if creatures get too loud or frantic or dangerous. Um, young galleys, I think I had as okay. So yeah, galleys would not normally stick around carnivores. I think the only exception is if the carnivore does not show aggression to a lone juvenile, and the juvenile imprints on them. There's just so many things that can go wrong with galleys and printing. They are. Uh, Pepes, they don't care. No matter what species you are, they are pretty. They'll be friendly to you, but they're not gonna follow you around. So, yep, yep, exactly. Yes, yeah. They're freaking swans. That's what they are, because swans are super aggressive. Yep, exactly. That is exactly what they are. So, yeah, omnivores are allowed to mix pack no matter what. Um, it just depends on their species profile of what they're actually doing, I would say. That sounds good? Yeah, yeah, and yeah. I would also say that scavengers can follow around herbivore herds. Exactly. Because that's what scavengers would do. They would follow large herds. Like, I think crows would follow deers and large caribou herds and stuff for the wolves. That would make sense. But they're not actually mixed packing with them, so yeah. Yep. Uh, mhm. Yep, they do. And the scavengers can make noise to attract predators. I would say, oh, we didn't do grouping amount for mixed species. We just said what can and can't, pretty much, for herbivores. I, yep. I'm sorry, I just keep going all over the place. Yeah. From no, because that's what scavengers do. They just steal when they can. They'll steal chunks of meat. Um, Carnivores can give permission to them to eat with a two call. Um, right, right. And I would say that's up to the individuals because if a carnivore is hungry enough that their kill won't fill them, uh, they can just go after that scavenger. Oh, I think that should be a rule too. They cannot falsely. Yeah. If you've too called that scavenger to let it eat, you cannot turn around and immediately kill it when it comes over. I can see some toxic people doing. Yeah. Right. Yep. So this is going to actually be a large number because I am going to allow carnivores to attack with species they would not normally in order to be able to take on large herds. And I'm thinking 20 because there will not be stegos. Dibbles are going to be highly aggressive as well, so they will not mix herd with others. So they won't have stegos and doubles in that. Mhm. No, no, that's the herbivore number. For the carnivores, they still have to stay within their group range. Um, but they can work with other packs. For instance, the 10 raptors can work with the hunting pack of 4 Dilos or 4 Saras. Mm-hmm. Yes. Right. It has to be an extremely sizable herd, not a group limit herd. So basically, it has to be, I would say, yeah, if there's large herds of herbivores in migration, then carnivores can come and mix pack. That would be a good. Well, yeah. Yep. Actually, that is a good way to fix that issue. I didn't think about that till now. Yeah. Hmm. Yep. Exactly. That is exactly right. Yeah. Yeah. I can definitely see if there's a small, if it was like Sarah's and Omnis fighting together, I could definitely see the Sarah's turning on the Omnis to get all the food. Hmm. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. And I think that could be the same for herbivores for the mixed herding, because if food starts getting low, some herbivores might attack each other and chase them off. Yeah. Sorry if you're looking at my screen and you see the bright white. I use dark mode. It's a lot easier. Ow, I spelled that wrong. Okay. I think that should be it for that stuff, isn't it? Would you say? Right. That is, that is, I like to have a guide than a tool for those. Um, I think next we could, when we go over this again, maybe nesting season for the species, because that is going to be like actual rules to follow. All right, but that will have to be next time.